So I was reading a little bit about the Tibetan Book of the Dead. I think that's what it's called, and it was talking about what happens after death and passing away, and how you got to go through these different spiritual gates or these different type of entities that try to judge your soul and things of that nature. And they talk about it in ancient Egypt as well, where they judge your actions in life and this, that, and the third. And it had me thinking, how can an imperfect being judge us on being quote unquote perfect? Because if these entities are these beings that control reality, if they created this reality knowing that people are going to face poverty, racial discrimination, all types of mental degradation, be put in situations where they're around people who absolutely hate them, and they got to deal with all types of dramas and problems, dealing with being homeless, dealing with doing this, dealing with that. And if you look at the history of the world, it's been constant warfare, constant battles. From the days of Julius Caesar, from the days of Achilles and Troy, from the days of Attila the Hun, it's all been war. So my question is, how come this world wasn't created in perfection? Like it wasn't like this world wasn't created with just pure perfection. Why are there imperfections? Why are there impurities? Why do demons exist? You know, why is there a devil and all this evil shit? And why is there so much temptation? And why is there a saturation of, you have many types of religious denominations, but everybody believes that what they believe is the truth or whatever. But then if you look past all that, you'll learn that the truth is what you just see with your eyes. You know what I mean? And it's not only that, but it's like, look at the world you live in. Look at death. Look at the people that you love, you care about, gone and you can never see them again. Then look how you have to eat. Look at what you're eating. You're eating pieces of flesh from dead animals, and you have to do that to sustain yourself, to have sustenance. And you have artificially created scarcity. Why? We live in a universe, man. This earth is a tiny little rock in the middle of a universe. There's trillions and billions of galaxies, planets, dimensions, and realms, and all of that. As they say, the gates to Hades is, underneath your feet, but really could mean in a totally different dimension, and the realm of Tartarus. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Tartarus, but Tartarus is the realms of where the most evil and wicked and powerful beings get chained up. It's like a spiritual dimensional prison where they put these evil beings at. My question is, if we're going to be judged after we die and all that, then how come this world is so confusing? They say in the Bible that the Lord is not a God of confusion, not at all. A God of, clarity and conciseness, and clarity and consistently being transparent. But in this world, there's many different religions. You got Buddha, you got Muslims, you got Christians. Then even in a Christian, you got different Christian subsectors and sections that fight amongst each other. It just seems weird. And then now they're cutting people's food stamps, and people, are like, yeah, that's good. These people, blah, 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 and it's like they have us training to attack each other. See, it's easy to attack somebody that's poor or somebody in a position that's not really powerful, but people never really attack the people that are high in position and high in power. And another thing is this: how come we couldn't choose our race, our height, and things of that nature? That's something that's created for you, and if this world is imperfect, is that not the reflection of the soul that created it and established it, right? You already know the story of the Gnostic text. I don't want to get into that. I mean, I do want to get into it, but you know what I mean. I mean, it's so obvious if you read the Gnostic text, the Pistis Sophia, all that. That's like the clearest truth to me ever. Like there's some evil entities that feed off your energy. They feed off you being in low vibrational frequencies, being jealous of somebody, hating somebody. These are all low vibrational frequencies. Having love for people, caring about people, doing the right thing, not being an asshole to somebody because you think you got some power over them or something, when this person can snap in a second and take your life away, and then you just messed up. You know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? But emotional stability and emotional stabilization is something that's essential. This world is designed to grind you and break you down. It's not designed to uplift you. It's designed to break you. But we have to be strong. Don't let nobody's pettiness ruin your happiness or ruin your goals. Stay focused. I'm in the most fucked up position I've ever been in my life, but I'm still focused. I'm still confident when it comes to my talents, attributes. I'm still making these videos, making beats, making raps. You know what I mean? I do a little now I'm starting a little stream I started a new little stream I used to stream a lot, like I was on Twitch, like I would stream, but I would never talk or nothing like that. But the people would watch anyway. You know what I mean? I think the most I had was like maybe 100 viewers at a time or something like that a while back. And I made another little channel that I kind of stream on, and I've been getting people showing me love and shit, at least through the streaming. I can't really interact with them or talk with them, but people have been, like you read the little chat or whatever the heck. It's like a Twitch that I had a while back that I never really went on, but I decided to go on so I'd be streaming a little bit, and that's like building a little audience there as well, and if I could monetize that, that would be excellent. But you got to realize that this life is filled with deception. It's filled with lies. How are regular people supposed to know the truth if we have supernatural entities that are enemies that are trying to invade our sanity to make us be insane? Like, how are we as regular people, blood, flesh, and bone, able to decipher what's real and what's not when we have entities that have been alive for millions or billions or trillions of years possibly that want us to behave a certain way? It seems like they're trying to control us. If you notice about life, it's all systems of control. It's all systems to control you. It controls your time. It controls your mind. It controls your soul to its raw blind. It's ridiculous. Look at the systems of oppression. Not everybody can see it because most people have been brainwashed, Back in the days of the Vikings, those guys did whatever the hell they wanted. Back in the days of Julius Caesar went and conquered and he disobeyed the Roman Senate. Julius Caesar didn't give a fuck about the Roman Senate. You know what I mean? He did what he wanted. Yeah, he had his people in the Senate, making sure and dictating this and that. But when Julius Caesar crossed the Rubicon, I don't know if you guys know about the Rubicon River, but when Julius Caesar crossed the Rubicon, I think when he said, I see, I came, I conquered, or something like that. But Julius Caesar crossed a river called the Rubicon, and he crossed it with his army. And what's significant about that is because Rome had a policy in ancient Rome that you're not supposed to bring the army near the city, because, when you bring the army near the city, it's like an enemy invasion because the army going to behave and follow the commanders of the general. So they can just get the population, start pillaging, start ravaging, start going crazy. But nowadays in these American cities, you're seeing militaries and everything's being implemented and integrated, like turning into police forces. I don't know if you guys seen some of these police vehicles or these police weapons and weaponry, but it looks like the military. It looks like the same crap. And I don't know if you guys know this either, is that in Israel, they have a thing called the Mossad. It's the Israeli Special Forces. And a lot of United States police, they get their training from the Mossad. Like the Mossad would send agents over and these police forces would get trained by the Mossad agents. And you see how they treated people in Palestine and how they treated people in the United States as well. You can tell by how the system is when this government shutdown. They don't care about the people, And it's like, why can't we just have one being come out the sky and tell us what's real? Tell us, are we really divine beings? Are we really different than everything else on this planet? Because if you look at this world, there's so much division. You have people around you that absolutely despise you and hate you. You got racial issues, you got political issues, you got money issues. It's just a fomentation for eradication, and you can see this leading up to global conflict, and it's all orchestrated and planned. You see, people talk about the Illuminati, the Rothschilds and Rockefellers. That's fine, but there's people even above them that you don't know the name of. Then there's entities, not flesh, not flesh, bone and blood like you and me, but entities, that are above them that control this shit. My question is, why are they being allowed to do this? Why is evil allowed to proliferate? Why? Read the Gnostic text and you'll understand, but you got to read all of it. You know what I mean? Think about it. You see, some of us in our souls, we have a divine spark. We have a light in our souls that's different from this realm creator. And this realm creator feels like it has to stop us, you know what I mean, from like getting more powerful than it. This is why you have systems of oppression. You're born into a nation, you're born into a race, you're born into a class, you're born into a system. From the earliest of ages, you're trained like a Pavlovian dog. You're trained. Wake up, go to a place like this, and they train your mind. And after 18 years, you go here, you go for a corporation. They train your mind to be imprisoned without a vision. God, I wish I would have made it like Taz Taylor. God, I wish I would have made it like Cash Money AP. And do you not know, if Cash Money AP or Taz Taylor was my best friend in like 2011, 2010, I'd probably be a fucking multi-millionaire by now with my mindset and my skill set and my attributes. It's not a joke. I'm dead serious. You don't have to believe it because you're listening to me now. You probably hate me. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, These videos I make are not for people that hate me. It's to give encouragement to people that are in low positions, you know, to let them know, hey, bro, we in this battle. We got to stay strong and keep fighting. But notice this. Animals. Just look at the animal, the nature and animals. A lion. Take a lion, for instance. Look how a lion's created. It's strong, it's royal, it's regal almost, you know, but it's designed to kill. Big sharp teeth, big sharp claws. It attacks prey that really can't defend itself for the most part, except those big old fat buffaloes that are thousands of pounds, but still, lions jump their opponents. It's like being in prison or being in jail. You got the numbers, you got the power. And if you ever seen a lion eat, it rips and eviscerates its prey alive. You know, they grab the neck, they rip open the guts, they eat the balls, they rip, you know what I mean? It's just violent. If you ever see wild, like YouTube, watch this on YouTube. YouTube wild dogs hunt a gazelle or something. Just YouTube that and watch how the wild dogs break open the stomach of a pregnant gazelle and eat the newborn baby. You know, like I've seen this buffalo. I was watching this shit. I think it was African trail cam, some shit. But this gazelle or buffalo, whatever it is, I think it was gazelle. Yeah, it was gazelle, but it was giving birth, and as it was giving birth, it got attacked by some lions, and the lions just ate the newborn baby. And I'm like, what kind of sick, twisted shit is this? Are we already in hell, but just in a higher level? It's like we're being punished in this life. That's what it feels like. It feels like we're being punished for something that we didn't do, or something that we are that we don't know. Because how come everything is not transparent? How come we all can't just look in the sky and see the same God and the same person and the same this, and this God just brings peace and ends the war and makes us have infinite life and infinite abundance? We live in a fucking universe. There's billions of people alive right now, but also there's breakaway civilizations, there's relic civilizations. I don't want to get into that. You do your research on that. Just know that the humans you see and the nations you see on the surface world, just know that there's other places, realms, and realities and things that are secret. There's a reason why the Library of Alexandria was burned a long time ago. You see, the people that control the world now, they didn't just control the world in the last 100 years. It's not just the Illuminati, bruh. The beings that controlled the world, they took over thousands of years ago, and they had to do these implementations, raise up these nations, destroy nations till they have everybody by the balls. You know, this took thousands of years of planning. That lets you know that it's a being from outside time and space. But my question is, why do we have to go through these battles in life? Why does it feel like every day is a war? Why? Why is it some people just see you and don't like you and want to attack you? Why? That doesn't seem conducive to a righteous existence. Peace and tranquility. Why do you be around? Like, why am I put in a position where I just want to be able to build, create, get my money, stack up, you know, but you're around people who are actively hate you. You know what I mean? Just point blank. You know, it's like, why would I be put around that? Like, that's done on purpose. Why would I build a YouTube channel? I just lost my grandmother. I lost this. I lost that. I finally built a channel I could make money on. That could have became my job for a little bit till I got another job. Till I got two. I could have been working a job, had a YouTube channel, making money, all that, you know, and simultaneously be able to get my own apartment, get a car. How come that was taken from me? Why? You see what I'm saying? And I'm a cool person, bro. That's the crazy thing about it. I'm a cool person. It's just people have always been envious of me. People have always been, you know, it's true. Even for, I'm talking about friends. You think I'm envious of you for what? So you don't know me. You only see me now when I'm in a defeated position. You don't know nothing about me. You know, you don't know me back in 2009. You know, some of you guys listening were in diapers at that age. You know, like, you don't know what people were saying about me. You don't like, you know what I mean? You don't know people like, oh man, that guy can really make it. And then people like meet certain rappers like in California or whatever, and like people purposely not tell me because they don't want me to link up with that rapper and actually blow up. And so I had all that happening, you know? You know? Point blank period. You know? And I'm just saying, why in this world is just so wicked and evil? You know, we can keep blaming the devil, of course, but why does the devil even have any power? Shouldn't he be locked up and hidden in a realm? And it's deeper than just the devil. You know what I mean? It's deeper than that, man. Like, there's a lot of shit we've been told, and then we listen, we regurgitate it, we take it in, we believe it, and then our lives still remain the same. Economic stagnation. Then I see people who don't even believe in God or don't believe in religions or anything like that. They become millionaires overnight, you know? I think I did a video about a year ago now. It's been a while, you know what I mean? I think when I had 700 subscribers then, and I think for my channel, because I'm thinking like one night I went from 600 to like 800 subscribers when I made those bot videos. Like, if I make a bot video now, I'll get 1,000 subs easy, but I don't want to. But I mean, I made a video where this girl was like 22 years old and she made like $20 million off of OnlyFans. I'm like, damn, she was just showing her ass and getting screwed on camera and making millions. It seems in this world, wickedness always prevails, it seems, a lot of times. Like, if you're a good-hearted, kind person, this world would kind of swallow you alive. Honestly, that's why the people running the world are evil. Look at the government shutdown, cutting off the EBT, the people that need it. People say, oh, well, go ahead and whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, cool. But you're next. You think that they're just going to attack the poor? They want the poor people fighting against each other. They want us rebelling against each other, but never focusing our minds and focusing our time to actually realize who the fuck is controlling us and grabbing us by the damn horns, or grabbing us by the neck and twisting it and breaking it. We got to be more in union with each other. So let's stop all the hating, stop all the evil shit, which I know you people are not going to do, especially towards me. People just hate me. They're going to keep on attacking me. So I physically just get out their vicinity, and then they'll return back to their normal. You know what I mean? Like, they've been actively trying to get me out. You know what I mean? Which is fine, because I don't want to, be in a situation where it's all constantly negative energy. I don't like that. All I want to do is do my thing, man. And if I was around Taz Taylor, if I was around Nick Mara, I'd be on top of the motherfucking world right now, man. So you guys have a good day, night, whatever time you're watching this, man. Peace.